All right, ladies and gentlemen, how is it going? I go by Mwantimwa, and today I want to dive into why King David wrote Psalms 23. Why this man wrote Psalm 23? So, King David wrote Psalm 23 as a declaration of trust in God as the shepherd who provides, guides, and protects. So, Psalm reflects David's experience as a shepherd who spent almost 15 years taking care of the flocks before he became a king. So David has been through a lot before he said, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures, and he leads me beside the still waters." Oh my God, beside the still waters. You know the still waters? He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul and leads me in the path of righteousness, and for his name's sake. Yeah, although I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Do you know the rod? Do you know the staff? The long wooden stick. It comforts me. That's what David. And he has an experience because he has been in the bush taking care of the flocks. So he knows everything about the bush. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, and my cup runs over. My cup overflow. Oh my goodness. And sure, he says, sure, goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. I love that. I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Dwelling in the house of the Lord forever. That's what I want. So the main reason, there's some reasons why he wrote Psalm 23. I have some few reasons to explain, to describe why he wrote Psalm 23. So to describe God's caring shepherd. One of the reasons to describe God's caring shepherd. So David had personally cared for the sheep before he became a king. He understood the sheep depend on a shepherd for food, for protection, for direction, and for safety as well. So when he wrote, "The Lord is my shepherd," he was expressing complete dependence on God, just like the way sheep totally depend on the shepherd. The sheep in the bush, they depend on the shepherd for everything. So let God lead your day. As a sheep does not lead the shepherd, it follows. So begin each morning by surrendering your plans before God. God is a good shepherd. He can lead you in a good direction. So that's point number one. That's the reason number one why David wrote Psalms 23. And the reason number two why David wrote Psalm 23 was to testify that God provides. God can provide. So the words, "I shall not want," also means I will not lack nothing, which is very essential because the Lord is caring for me. I will lack nothing. So I shall not want is equal to I shall not lack nothing. So this communicates David's confidence that God will supply what he truly needed. But this did not mean David never experienced hardship. It means he believed God would remain faithful through hardship. That's number two. And also this means you can trust God to provide what you genuinely need for the journey he has given to you. You know, we have journey. Each one of you, you have journey. I have my journey. In order for me to accomplish my journey, I need God's provision. So number three, he wrote this Psalm 23, this one here, to express peace during difficult seasons. We have some difficult seasons in business, in marriage, in families, in whatever, in studies. We have some difficult seasons. So David faced many dangerous situations, including Saul's attempt to kill him, military battles, family conflict, betrayal, and rebellion within his kingdom. He experienced all of those. So Psalm 23 shows that even in terrifying circumstances, David found spiritual rest in God. He found spiritual rest in God. That's why he said, he makes me lie down in green pastures. No matter how bad the situation is, in the country there's no peace. People are dying. People are killing each other. But if you trust in the Lord, He'll make you lie down in green pastures. So rest is part of spiritual health. No matter what you're up to, whatever danger ahead of you, trust Him and He will give you peace. Just trust Him. He will give you peace. Just like David said, you just trust Him and God will give you peace. So the reason number four was to affirm God's guidance. To affirm God's guidance. So David knew that human beings can lose direction, but God cannot. He believed that God was guiding his decisions, his character, and purpose. That's why he said, He leads me beside the still waters. So God only can lead you through right directions. Man cannot. You want to go in the right direction? Let God lead you. Don't choose people to lead you. Let God Himself lead you. He will take you through. But number 5 was to show courage in the face of death. To show courage in the face of death. The phrase, the valley of shadow of death, represents extreme danger, darkness, or suffering. So David's confidence was not based on the absence of danger, but on God's presence. David said, even though I will fear no evil, for you are with me. So God was with him even on the valley of the shadow of death. On the utmost dangers, David believed God was with him. Choose God to be with you wherever. Number 6 was to celebrate God's protection. Celebration to celebrate God's protection. The shepherd rod and staff represents protection, correction, and rescue, even guidance. So David believed that God not only gave him comfort, but also defended him from enemies. He defended him from enemies like Saul. Saul wanted to kill him, but God defended him. Number 7 was to express hope in God's lifelong goodness. Oh my God. The Psalms ends with confidence that God's goodness and mercy would follow David throughout his life. So his greatest hope was not mere on this world success, but continued fellowship with God. And that's why he said, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Even me, Lawrence, I chose to dwell in the house of the Lord forever. You choose to dwell in the house of the Lord forever, and you will never regret. Why? Because in the house of the Lord, there is hope. In the house of the Lord, there is salvation. In the house of the Lord, there is peace. In the house of the Lord, there is all kind of richness you're looking for. In the house of the Lord, there is everything. And when I say the house of the Lord, I don't mean in big churches, but in the house of the Lord, I mean in God's presence. In God's presence, there is everything you need. You need a wife, you need a husband, you need business ideas. In the house of the Lord, there is everything you need. You know what? I chose to be in the house of the Lord since 1996. That's when I chose to dwell in the house of the Lord. And He has never failed me. He has never failed me. So you, brother and sister, wherever you're watching from, my name is Lawrence. I chose to dwell in the house of the Lord since the year 1996. And until today, God is still leading me. I don't mean that I've never been into hardship situations. I have been through a lot. But guess what? God is still with me. God bless you so much. And I love you so much. One more time, Psalms 23 is my song. God bless you so much.